Cool. Okay, thanks Em. So I'm going to show you guys how to make another form of pasta. It's called ravioli, but it's quite a posh looking shape. So it's one that's going to really like impress your family and make you feel like you're a master pasta chef, because I'm rubbish at making pasta, but it makes me feel like I can actually cook. So, so Emily made her dough out of water and flour. I tend to do a little bit more of a traditional version, so it's just the same thing. Get a bowl of 100 grams of flour and then just 2 eggs and mix that up, and then you get another, that's just another variation of doing the dough. But come on over, come a bit closer. So once I've rolled out my pasta, I've then cut it into strips and then cut those strips into little squares. So in Italy, you know, we do things like bubbling sweet. Once we've done like a big meal, it's sort of all the afters, the leftovers, we create another meal out of. Well, in Italy, raviolis are actually used for like their bubbling sweet, for their leftovers. So literally any food, any filling that you've got left over from a previous meal, you can literally blend it all up and then pop it in these little parcels. So what I've got here today is, it was butternut squash, but I burnt it in the oven. So it's burnt butternut squash. I've got some ricotta cheese in here, some parmesan and some amaretto. So what we're going to do now is, if you come on over, I'll show you how to do it. So you're going to get a little bit of your filling, over there. And then on one of your squares, you're going to place a little bit of the filling in the middle. That's a bit excess. So just pop it in the middle there. Lovely and burnt looking texture. And then we'll get another little bit. I'll do 2 for you. There we go, and pop that on that one. And then it's super, super simple. So what you're going to do now is grab one corner, and then you're going to move it over to meet the other corner. This is when you're going to start putting pressure and push it down, like so. So it's like a little alien in a spaceship. He's like in his own little bubble there. So then what you're going to do next is you're just going to roll it over once, like so. So it's like this, like that. And then you're going to wrap the wings around and squidge it together. And you can squidge them together, it's very easy. If it's hard to squidge together, just use a little bit of water, just wet it, and it should go like that. So there we have a little ravioli. I'll just do one more for you so you can practice that again. So from one corner, take it all the way to the other corner, and then push it down, make it into a nice little spaceship, and then roll it over, and then you can push those little triangles down, and then just literally roll it round the back and squidge it together, just like that. Nice and simple. Squidge, squidge, squidge. So there we have 2 raviolis, like so. So you need to wait until your water is boiling, because my Italian teacher that taught me how to do this said that they like to dance. So they like to dance in the pot. So they don't take too long to cook, probably 2 to 5 minutes, like it's super, super quick. I can always tell when they rise to the surface. So if you just pop those in. But first, before we do that, I'm just going to show you a super quick sauce that tastes absolutely amazing with these. So just in this pan, I've got some sage, just like normal sage, but if you look here, you can have a look around your kitchen and find some other bits and pieces. So basically we've got some sage, and then you're going to just cut off a lovely slab of butter. Pop that in the pan. I'll use this one. Turn it on, and then just let that heat up. So whilst that's heating up, messy work, just going to grab my raviolis and pop them in. So 1, 2, in they go. So it's all super, super simple. They're bubbling away there, and you know that they're ready when they come and float up to the surface, which they will do soon. In the meantime, I've got my sauce on the go, so that butter's getting nice and bubbly and melted. There we go. So look, those raviolis are pretty much floating now. And that butter is on. So now all you literally have to do is scoop those out, like so. Pop them in your pan. And here we have a lovely sauce to cover them in. Oh, lovely, that smells delicious. So you can just leave them in the pan just for a few minutes, just to get all that sauce on them. And then, once all your raviolis are done, you then just scoop that into a bowl. And bon appetit!